Do you know how hard or easy it is to use your product? If not, maybe it's about time you get out, observe some real customers using it. Be a fly on the wall. This is a story about a toothbrush. Let's travel back to the mid-90s. All-B wanted to design a better toothbrush for young kids. So they called the famous American design company IDEO that is based in San Francisco. IDEO had earlier helped Apple design the first mouse. The two companies met to discuss the plan. And IDEO is all about the customer experience, really understanding the end user and how they use a product. So they looked at All-B and said, we can help you, but we need to get into the homes of these families so we can watch the 6-year-old brush her teeth. All-B, slightly disturbed, unusual request, looked at IDEO and said, you want to get into the homes of strangers to watch their kids brush their teeth? Yes, said IDEO, that's exactly what we want. We want to understand the current experience, the struggles, the pains, so we can help you design the best toothbrush. All-B, slightly reluctant, agreed. At the time, the companies making toothbrushes all had the same approach. Since kids are a smaller version of adults, they took the adult toothbrush and made a smaller version for kids. Now that makes logical sense, but it was not the best solution. So IDEO got started visiting families, observing their kids brushing their teeth. What did they find? This is an adult toothbrush. It's thin, skinny, and when we brush our teeth, we can move it around, hold it, different angles. We can use our fingers to maintain a firm grip. When you're 6 years old, that is different. You don't have the same fine movements and the same strength in your fingers, so you hold it like this, you grab it, and you brush like that. And when you're grabbing a thin, skinny toothbrush like this, it can easily rotate. You don't have a lot of control. And when it rotates, it just becomes harder to brush your teeth. That is what IDEO learned. So what did IDEO do? They designed a new toothbrush that looks like this. As you can see, it's thicker, it has a fat handle, and because it's a fat toothbrush, it's a lot easier for a little hand to hold firmly, and it will not rotate when the kid is brushing his or her teeth. Oral-B looked at this and said, this is amazing, we better make some, and they did. So what happened? This brush became an instant hit. Parents loved it, the kids loved it, and if you go to a store now to buy a toothbrush for a child, they all look the same. It doesn't matter what brand, they all have fat handles. So the young child with the little hand can have better control of the brushing. What a great story. I love that toothbrush. But what's the point? As a company, we want to know whether our product is easy to use, hard to use, and how we can make it better. Often we ask our customers for feedback. Here's the challenge. What our customers tell us is not always reliable. Sometimes they're too positive, sometimes they're too negative, sometimes they forget stuff, and sometimes they might leave out details that are important to us. Sometimes they might even be using our product in a way that it was not designed for. So what do? Get out of the office. Go to where your customers are using your products. Observe how they're using them. Be a fly on the wall and learn from watching what is easy and what is hard, and you will be able to design better products based on those insights. You might be the company that will be designing the next toothbrush. My name is Thomas Bay, and I'll be back with more videos on innovation. Until next time, make things better and make better things. Boom!